This is TWiT.
So you're going back to school, and your kids have spent the summer on Snapchat and on...
They're basically illiterate now.
Yeah,
they've forgotten everything they learned.
Yes, and so you want to put some control. You want to exercise some control over your children, and you can tell them a bunch of times, get off your phone, get off your phone. You have to go do your homework, and they will say, but my homework is on my phone, but I need to chat with my friends about my homework. It's just a constant battle I have found with two 12-year-olds and a 14-year-old, and I had vowed to never use any kind of software that will control them because it's just me. All you have to do is talk to your kids. You probably heard me say that. And yes, it's great to talk to your kids, but it's also good to have some kind of app to help. And so I've been using OurPact. OurPact. I might have told you about this before, but it's what it is. It's a device profile. So that's how it works. So you have to connect your children's devices to OurPact, and you add this profile to their devices. So I have Huck and I have me. I added me there just in case Marco needs to control me when I get to use devices.
I like the robot.
And Milo. So here's what I can do, and I can do this from my iPad, or you probably will end up doing it from your iPhone. You can schedule. So you can schedule time. Here I have bedtime. You can schedule time that they can.
Forget bedtime. What about wake up time? That's the one I need.
Well, this is the time they cannot use their devices.
And
then
so this locks out the iPad during sleep.
Right. And it has a family locator, which is nice. You always want to know if your kids
That's like in Harry Potter, where they had that clock that would show where everybody was. That is pretty cool. So as long as they're all using iOS devices, is that how it
yes, they have to all be using iOS devices. So then I can set app rules for certain rules. So they say, you know what, I need to use my compass for work. For my school work. I need to use Gmail.
This is great. In fact, schools might want to use this to lock out games.
Right. So, do you need House Party?
No.
I don't know.
Turn that one off.
So, yeah, you can just block that
video
individual.
Conferencing.
Instagram, do you need Instagram for homework? I'm going to guess
no.
No. So, you always blocked, or you can block it during a certain time, blocked by schedule. So, they can use Instagram.
What if they downloaded a new app? Does it...
it shows up in here, yeah.
It does, but you may not have controls over it. Although, is there a way to say, block it? Yeah, look, so block anything new until I approve it. Only use stuff I approve. Can you set that?
Well, I already have it set so they can't download. I have to approve everything that
they
can't
even download anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have to approve
you are
everything.
Tough.
I am tough. So this is a time allowance. So let's say, I know Georgia Dow. Yeah, Georgia Dow does. If the kids do a certain amount of chores, they get a certain amount of, or if they're polite for a certain amount of time.
So organized.
She is, yeah. So you can say, oh, you just earned. Today's Tuesday. I'm at work all day, so you're going to probably get, let's say, all day. You'll be on that because.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and then you can automatically block. So, let's say they were being sassy, and I say, you know what? I'm just going to block your device.
I'm going to block it because of the sass.
Instead of that, embarrassing, chasing after them and trying to grab the iPad from...
This looks really useful. And I presume there's a parental code that only you can go in there and change it.
Yeah.
How much is this, and what is it called?
This is a monthly... It's called OurPact. And there's regular OurPact that has a few features, and then there's OurPact Premium, so you can look.
So you pay
through,
a monthly fee for it.
Yes, it's a
per
monthly
user, or
no, just for your
the
whole family. So you can.
So for you get a deal because you got all those kids.
I got all those
you get
kids.
A deal,
and me that needs to be on it too.
This is complete screen time management. That's nice.
So.
Okay. So I was hearing OurPact, HOURPACKED.
Like we're all in this together.
So this makes a lot more sense. Well, maybe not. I thought OurPact, like your hours packed with fun. But this is not that. It's our, like your and mine, ours packed. It's like a compact. OurPact, our pact
and it looks
with
like
one
it's
another.
Android. You can be on Android too.
Oh, this is so great.
I don't have any of my kids are not on Android. So
this looks awesome.
Now I showed this a little bit off when it first came out, and what it did when you add a new profile, then it would scramble all the kids' apps. Have you ever seen that happened before. So like if you add a new profile, then all of a sudden like all your apps go to the same thing. Yeah, so they fixed that.
Oh, good.
That's part of the premium. Unfortunately, you have to pay for that because they have to make money. But yeah, so now, because that was, I first tried it with my kids and they were like, what? I have all my apps organized into folders and
that's
you just
so
mess them
frustrating.
up. So they fixed that. So that's not a problem anymore, which is nice.
OurPact, OurPact.
OurPact.
I really like that. That would be very handy. Let me ask you a question. This is a tough question, especially now that kids have multiple computers. It used to be we had one, the kid had one computer. And there was always the question, can I put it in my room? Can I put it in my room? And for the longest time, we insisted that Michael, who's 14, he's going to high school as well, have it in a public space so that we could, I think, and I recommend this to parents, so that you can walk by once in a while and see what they're up to. Now, I do have parental controls because we have an Eero, and I've turned those on for Michael's devices. But as kids have gotten phones and iPads too, they're going to bring their phone in the bedroom. You can't say, well, okay, leave your phone and your iPad out here outside the room. So I've kind of given up, and I'm wondering what you think. We just yesterday said, all right, he said, can I please have my computer in my room? Going into high school. Oh, are you showing me some creepy ad about why kids should not have computers
today
in their room?
Okay.
This is the OurPact website.
Look how happy those parents look.
Yeah, they're happy because they're locking their kids out. So I'm wondering, yeah, she's not happy. I'm happy.
That's
so we have moved. We just yesterday we said, okay, and he mostly plays, in fact, entirely plays games on it. But I'm hoping he'll start doing. He has a Chromebook, so he could do the homework on the Chromebook. But I'm thinking it might be good to have a full-size computer. Anyway, we allowed him to move that into the bedroom. You think that was a mistake?
I think I would not judge another parent's choice.
That's me too. I wouldn't either.
I think that, we don't have any desktops. We have all portable computers. And so we had an area downstairs in the library, which was the charging area. We had a bunch of the Anchor,
right.
5 5 lightning cables. And so everything went there. Everything went there when you weren't using it.
And the requirement is if you go to bed, you don't bring it with you.
No, at 8 o'clock. It all goes there. Right. And my goodness, do we get a lot of, we are not our kids' friends. Yeah. I'll tell you that, which we're not supposed to be. But like every other kid in the entire world gets to keep their phone after 8 o'clock.
Even this kid. Even this kid. Look at that. See, he's under the covers. Why do you keep showing this, Kevin? I don't want to see this anymore. This is mean, this poor kid. So here we go. She's going to go. You're right, though. Kids complain. At the same time, golly, I also feel like they need to, what are the things we're teaching them is, and don't do so well as ourselves as parents, is how to kind of moderate their use of these devices. So I think that's really good.
Well, okay, so then the other thing is, even back in our day, there was a challenge of our parents having to, how strict are you until your kid just rebels, right? And so that's still a problem with these devices. So we had all the kids, when their friends came over, they had to put them here. Oh, yes, and then we found sometimes I would get up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and go down there, and they would be gone. And so now everything is in our room. So,
it's going to get
everything
worse.
is
pretty soon you're going to have a locked cage.
Yeah, and then it's just constant flexibility, constant conversation.
All right, all the devices go in the cage at 8 p.m. and we're locking it
cage.
till the. But see, do you bring your phone and pad to bed?
I do. It used to be that it was in the other room, but now I have this nice charger that charges my Apple Watch, and I just keep it there because the kids are gone so much, like spending the night at people's houses. I'm going to bed before they come home.
Where they're allowed to probably keep their
That is the other
phones.
thing. Yes, that is. We also found that there was a lot of, can I sleep over at someone else's house?
It's a real problem because kids will stay up all night. I mean, you would probably too. In fact, when we first got these devices, many of us did. In fact, that's why I'm here late. I just got a device. But if you have this software, if you have OurPact on there, at least that keeps them, even if they have it, from using it. And they'll keep, and then they'll be very tired the next day for school. And I don't know. On the other hand, I want them to learn the lesson of, we'll see what happens when you do that. So I'm very mixed on this. It's not fully up to me. Michael's mom kind of really decides that, and she said we talked about it. And she said, I think we're gonna let him have his computer in his room. But we're going to say keep the door open and we're going to peek in all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
Yeah, we let them use them in their rooms during the day, but then we've had all kinds of rules like no FaceTiming.
But they don't have a desktop, so you can't move the desktop back and forth.
No, that is a problem because that was what we were always heard.
He's gaming, and that's the thing. He needs a high-end desktop. He can't do it on a laptop. He needs a high-end desktop for the gaming stuff he does. So. Mm-hmm. Actually, I hope he doesn't play tonight because his latest game is Friday the 13th. He plays a serial mass murderer. It's great. Huh. Fun. I hear the Jason music coming out of his bedroom, and it's like, he's wearing a hockey mask. Get out of the room.